Episode 102.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Brock. James. We're talking Star Wars. And just so when I was on my way here, huge leak for episode 9.
What was it?
I haven't even told you yet. Huge leak for episode 9.
Okay.
Apparently, episode 9 is going to start with the Resistance and the First Order in like a bond. They're bonding and they kind of become one. Not to fight against another entity, but because Kylo Ren said that he wouldn't finish what Darth Vader started.
What?
He meant he wouldn't finish.
Haha. You misheard him. This is the Rebel Sun podcast bringing you all
Facts about episode 9. But now our title can be episode 9 intro leaked.
Haha.
And we're not liars.
We're not liars.
I guess we are. But we talked about it.
Yeah. Is that an actual thing or did you just make it up?
That is a Trumpism. They've got, look at this.
It's, is it today? No, today's like the second day of San Diego Comic-Con.
San Diego.
Funko has become very smart and they realize they can make more money if they send out exclusives to other stores. So this morning I went to Hot Topic and EB Games, which is GameStop in Canada, and I got some Star Wars ones. The bottom ones are not exclusives. These are just the new, what do you call it? The new...
Wave,
thank you. The new wave of Return of the Jedi. The Last Jedi pops. We got Cy Threnali, X-Wing fighter. You know, you see him in the background. I think Poe talks to him for 2 seconds. And then Paige Tico, R.I.P. But in her...
She dies?
In her cool... Yeah, spoilers. In her cool bomber uniform, which I love collecting the X-Wing pilot, so I was psyched when I saw these were coming out. But specifically, back to the exclusives, Cad Bane is now part of the Funko universe. He is Funko canon. So that's really cool. Should we take him out of the box, James?
Unbox him.
This is for James.
This is unboxing.
Unboxing. Oh, new show. So it's cool because it's got his hat in there, obviously.
What?
Imagine if he didn't have the hat.
What if the hat comes off?
Oh, that would be next level. But it's, you know what? This is a lot actually cooler than when it's not in the box.
I might have to get this pop.
No, this one's for you, man.
What?
Yeah, I told you. Free.
Thank you.
Bing, 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 bing. Because you're married. You have an adult life. I live with two other bros. And I buy toys. But that's cool. I don't think I've ever noticed this on the back. I guess it's like his respirator, part of his breathing thing. That's cool.
That's pretty sweet.
But you were saying someone told you it was heavy. Was it Rob?
Darth Ward.
Actually, said it's heavy.
His head is like solid.
Yeah.
I think that's what.
I mean, it is bigger head because of the cowboy hat. But one of like the best characters to come out of the Clone Wars, which is now 10 years old. That's amazing. Do you remember the first time you heard about the Clone Wars?
Yeah, actually, I vividly remember it because I think it was on. It's been 10 years. I was working, and I remember something coming up, and it might have been Dave Filoni, but I don't think I knew who that was at the time. Obviously,
yeah.
and I remember just saying, and I remember vividly. This is what I remember the most, though, and this is why I think it was Filoni talking, because they were like, Anakin has a Padawan. Yeah. And they were talking about Ahsoka. Yeah. And I was like, and I remember just being like, why? Why does he have a Padawan? Yeah. That was my first thought. And then, so yeah, vividly, that's like, I'll never forget just those words. Anakin has a Padawan, like, why? And now, 10 years later, it's like, I want more Ahsoka.
Yeah, I want more Ahsoka. Like, it's insane. Like, it's, how many actors do we now know because of that show that are like not big actors, but like voice actors? You're like, oh, that guy, that's da 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 da. You know, like, well,
even like Jon Favreau's getting the Star Wars show, and he started off doing the voice on Clone Wars. So,
yeah, that's right. As Pre Vizsla, I always get those.
Yeah, but I mean, that was his entryway into probably like meeting all the Star Wars people, and then because I'm sure he has good rapport with Disney and all those folk. But yeah, good call. But he probably had to know, somebody there, and they were like, John's probably the guy you want to go to instead of X. You want to go with Favreau. Yeah, as long as Vince Vaughn's in that show.
Oh my God, I haven't even
as Cad Bane.
Imagine, because like they changed the voice to make it because he's got the respirator sound or whatever. What if it was been Vince Vaughn this entire time?
That'd be amazing.
We need to get one of those rotating
just get
wheels.
a Lazy Susan and we just spin it to the
If you follow Funko on Instagram, that's how they show all their new things off now. But it was an exciting morning. There's also another Star Wars exclusive. It's the I always forget this one. It's the Stormtrooper on Corellia that is like the traffic cop.
Yeah.
I believe it's on Amazon.com. I still haven't found it.
Rob was telling me that Canadian Amazon doesn't really. Well, hello Facebook randomly. That Canadian Amazon doesn't get the exclusives.
Yeah, it doesn't. Well, I think he's right. I mean, if you ever go on Amazon.ca or Amazon.com, which is what the American version is, it is hugely different. Just how much, because some people I think it's also because certain things don't sell to Canada. So like you can, there it is. You click and they're like, it realizes where you are. You're using the app, and they're like, no.
It has the Pennywise one that I want though. Yeah.
But I think it will come up at some point. I think it just comes a little later, maybe, or maybe somehow someone provides it on there. So I'm gonna keep my eyes on that one because I like that one. But that was basically it for Star Wars, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, fans. I'm a big Funko head. You can't see my collection. One of these days, we should just turn the set and just have us sit there so everyone can see what it is.
Well, anybody that's watched us for any amount of time, I usually get distracted at least once because. Not only is it big, but it grows every week. And you spot things, and I don't point things out. Yeah, you don't tell me, and I just look over. I'm like, well, look, there's a Samurai Deadpool. And what's the one besides Spider-Man at the very end on the... That's another Spider-Man. They're all Spider-Man. They're all different versions, as I've now been hooked on the Spider-Man. Oh, well, if you want the Homecoming ones... Oh, God, no. I try to stay away from movies. They're all on sale. Oh, I know. They're nice. Like I like the one where it's his made up. Like that one's good too. Yeah. I like the headphone one. But yeah, I try to stay with the comic ones, and that one is the new version of Scarlet Spider. That's cool. Just so you know. Anyways, this has been Funko Talk. Do you think we'll ever see Cad Bane in a movie? God, I would hope so. I mean, look how interesting he is. Shriv from Battlefront. Like, the characters can be very interesting. I understand it's hard because, like, look, Durian is basically all CG or all makeup. I mean, they did it in those characters don't talk, so I don't know how it would be if it was a mask, but it would be so sweet. Like, I don't get it. My dream would be, actually, a Beckett, Cad Bane movie with those two characters together. Because I feel like those two characters would have They have to know each other because he took out... Or a Singh, thank you. I feel like they would have like this kind of like not chemistry, but the rapport would be awesome to watch. This is how a Boba Fett movie could be interesting, also, and bring back Woody Harrelson. If the Boba Fett movie takes place before Han Solo, I mean, why not? And we know in Clone Wars, there again, and another bring back to Clone Wars, we see a young Boba Fett being mentored by Aura Singh in a good chunk of episodes. So maybe you have that moment where you like that would be amazing. Like, and like they have like they based a whole part of a storyline in the Boba Fett movie of just Beckett taking out Aura Singh. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, it's like, oh, you just mentioned the movie. Why not? They did it with like the prequels are based on the Obi-Wan dialogue, and I think what Solo really showed is even though the movie's called Solo and it's about Han and the Han and Chewie moments are the best in the movie. Yeah, but I really felt like Beckett. I was gonna say and Amelia Clark. Beckett and Kira, or Becca. I've shipped them. Oh, you shipped! It's official. They're shipped. But so those two characters really kind of spawned, and they've grown on me so much that we did our top 5 Disney era characters, and Beckett was on my list. But Beckett, obviously, spoiler alert, his story is obviously done future set. But in the future, no, if you go back, but Kira's one I want to see. Even though I like Beckett more, I want a lot more Kira. But yeah, you go back, give me a Boba Fett movie, throw Beckett in there, or Singh in there, Cad Bane in there. It just that'd be so rad. But Woody Harrelson's such a good actor. Yeah. That like he could carry that movie because your main character is a guy with a bucket over his head. Yeah. The next one's CG, and then you have Aura Singh. Yeah. Then you have Woody Harrelson just being awesome. I'm in. I've already bought my ticket. You just make it outrageously fun. And then people are like, Star Wars, amazing. Because you just it could almost be like a Western Fast and Furious where you're just like, it's explosions and stuff.
But like, if you could make all those characters, which like when you think about it, like Aurra Singh, you see her in Phantom Menace for the first time. Beckett's from Han Solo, but like to create a movie that's so successful with characters that are like sort of, I mean, Beckett's pretty important in Han Solo, but you know what I mean? Like he's not important after this movie to an extent.
Or he can't be.
He can't because he's dead. But you know what I mean? Like it's like you got him in one movie and you don't really get him. You're never gonna really get him again because he's dead. So it's like, oh, like he's just a write-off. But people find him interesting. Like you could say he's almost like Dryden Voss. Dryden Voss is an interesting character, but now he's dead. You can't do anything else with him. But you go back, I'd be so in for that.
And now the other thing too is Crimson Dawn. We know Darth Maul is the head of that.
Yeah.
So now you can bring Darth Maul into anything and just be like Crimson Dawn. Because, for Solo, they kept him as a surprise, rightfully so. But now the cat's out of the bag. So now you could throw in Maul anywhere you want.
Yep.
There's so much they could do. I don't know, because of the Solo box office.
Yeah.
Who knows what they'll end up, which it made more than Ant-Man. And Ant-Man's a success.
I was just going to bring up Ant-Man because have you seen Ant-Man yet?
Have you?
I have.
I have not.
I loved it. It was so much fun. But there's like a lot of people's comment that there's no bad guy in it. Just sort of, there's stakes, obviously, because they're trying to save somebody at some points. Multiple people at different points. But like, it's not like a movie where like there's a villain and then they vanquish that villain. It's like there's no clear villain, like who's the bad person, because there's like 3 different people that's trying to stop them from like accomplishing stuff. But it was a fun movie, and I'm like, if this movie can be successful, just points out, I was like, just make movies for the hell of it, like make it for fun,
It comes down to how much money they're spending on the movies, and they spend too much money on Solo, but that's obviously there's some issues behind there. But I think we talked about a few weeks ago, Ant-Man and the Wasp is a comparison for the standalone movies.
Yeah.
Boba Fett. Yeah. Like if you do Boba Fett, Solo, Kira, Rey, whatever the hell your standalones are, you should look at them to make as much as Ant-Man, Doctor Strange, like in that level. But Ant-Man and the Wasp apparently is making much less than Doctor Strange. I think. Yeah, I guess. For me, I think right now though the problem is, and this I think it affected Solo, but to a way lesser extent, is you have Avengers, Deadpool, Solo, Incredibles, Jurassic Park 5. I call it Jurassic Park 5. But like, and then like families are like, well, I just saw Avengers, then Incredibles, and then I took my kids to go see Hotel Transylvania 12. Yeah. And you're like, but it's like, how much money? Like, and in America, it's way cheaper to see movies, but it went up something like $9, or the average ticket is like $10.
Well, they also have that movie pass thing.
Yeah. But you go and buy one ticket with that? I don't know how it works. We don't have that here. But if you but even if let's say it's $10 a ticket and you're a family of 5, that's $50. Yeah, yeah. Then your kids, I want popcorn. And unless you're my parents would not buy us popcorn. They were like, you were going to put that in your pocket. I've said this multiple times. I saw the Phantom Menace with a bag of Cheetos and my Pepsi with Jabba the Hutt on it. That's how it was in my house. But but I worked at a theater, and families will shell out $65 on poutine because it's way overpriced.
And you know what's funny now too? I've noticed they don't care too much what you do at a movie theater. I think you can't blatantly walk in, but I remember our friend Jason from back in the day when we were when you were still working at Rogers. Him and I went to a movie. I think it was like a Harry Potter movie, and he used to work there, so he knew how it worked. He walked right in with a bag of Doritos, and that was it. I'm like, wow. Yeah. But so it's like I get it. It's
like the Skydome now, Rogers Center, whatever. Yeah, you can bring in food.
Yeah, that's wild too. I never realized.
My dad got me a Nutella Danish last year. We went to a Jays game. He's like, James got you Nutella Danish. I was like, this sounds amazing, but we're going to the game. He goes, you can bring it in. Yeah, yeah. And I was like eating it, walking through the thing, and they were like, yeah. And I was like, what's going on? Can we bring beer now?
I think it's like, that's the thing I never quite sure of. Like water bottles, I think in my head, even though they shouldn't because it gets so hot because the dome opens and you have to deal with the sun. And this year they have like water troughs and stuff. But like, you always take it like when you go to a concert, like people always bringing water bottles. They're like, oh, you gotta dump it out because it could be like alcohol. But like, I don't know. So wow, what a tangent we were on. What were we even talking about? Movies,
movie theaters, bringing in food at the price of movies tickets, because about the Ant-Man cost. Because I just think, look, if you are a parent, you have to look at that. Yeah. And Ant-Man and the Wasp, after you've seen Avengers, obviously probably Incredibles 2, you're probably like, I don't want to see any more superhero movies right now. And the kids I don't think kids are as excited for Ant-Man and the Wasp as they are for, like a Spider-Man.
Yeah. Or Avengers.
Well, definitely not Avengers. And so, like, right now, the kids their parents are like, go outside, go play in the sprinkler, get out of the house. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the time. Because I thought, we had this conversation off air, like, a couple weeks ago. I thought this movie, Ant-Man, came out at the end when Mission Impossible was coming out. Like, at the end of July. Yeah. I was like, you're like, isn't Ant-Man coming out? I'm like, no, it comes out July. You're like, yeah, next week. I was like, I thought it came out at the end. Like, I just saw your Avengers movie. Stop pushing this on me. So I haven't seen it yet, but I also haven't been to. I went to the theater to see Jurassic Park 5, and I really want to see Leave No Trace. Oh yeah. But I don't go to the theaters all the time. Yeah. The theater. When we saw Solo on our birthday, I saw it for free. Unknowingly, it wasn't like I planned that. I was so excited. I was like, "Yay!" And I ran around 3 times. And you were really excited about your taters.
Oh God, tater tots. God bless.
It just show up and you're like, look what they have.
They have tater tots. They have tater tots at the movies now.
They also have Uber Eats at the movies where you can get popcorn.
That's wild as well. I don't understand.
We should during a show one day we should order movie theater popcorn on the app.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah.
How much do you think it costs?
I think friend of the show, Daryl Lewis, looked it up the other day. I think it's like $7 for a bag, like you would at the thing, and I think it's $7 to deliver, or at least to our house from the closest one.
You're not that far from a theater, though.
No,
but you're kind of in a weird spot.
Yeah, like it's so. I mean, I don't know what he was. He just looked it up, so it's $15, I think. But you can look it up. But yeah, like it's. I get it and I don't get it because it's like. I don't know about you, but when I've had like, microwavable popcorn, I've never been on like, oh, this is like the movie popcorn. Not that the movie popcorn has that, like, it's amazing. It's just, everyone's like movie popcorn. It's in a bag. It's got that gross butter on it. That's not butter. It's just like oil.
Yeah.
But
I can't even find Cineplex on here.
So, yeah, I mean, that's crazy. But yeah.
I know most things on is like it's a $5, like it costs you $5 immediately, like going into a taxi. It's
right.
Like $5. You're like, what? Why?
Yeah.
Cheaper to take a taxi in New York. This is crazy. I cannot find it on here. I typed it in.
Yeah.
It didn't show up. Do you think it comes in comfort food?
You even typing in popcorn?
Yeah, I typed in popcorn. Popcorn and shrimp came up.
Bar food, Mania Bakery. Portuguese.
Anyway,
this is great.
That's
audio.
But let's move on to Carrie Russell.
Carrie Underwood
joining episode 9. Presumably, I don't think it's been officially announced, but I think it's been moderately officially announced. Yeah. So, what were your initial? Well, I know what they were, but what were your initial thoughts on her being cast? And do you have a character you suspect she will be playing?
I don't know. I mean, everyone's immediate response is like, she's got to be somebody's mother or linked to someone. I know I follow Venomous, the Instagram artist out of Australia on Instagram. And he does a lot. Yeah, great artist. He does a lot of Star Wars stuff. And I think he drew her as a Knight of Ren sort of character. I'm like, ooh, that'd be kind of neat. I don't know. Because it's like, I feel like we went through this with like Benicio del Toro and...
everyone.
What's her name? That plays Holdo. Laura Dern. It's sort of like, oh, they could be this, and then they tell us. It's almost like they're gonna tell us the character just so we can stop talking about it. But she's a great actress.
The opposite though. He's all secretive.
That's pretty true, actually. Now you mention it. Yeah, there is a difference between Force Awakens and Last Jedi. Like, I hope they go back to that. Like, I would rather find out who she is when I go to the movies. Yep. She's a fantastic actress. I love The Americans. I didn't finish all watching, but it was a great show, and she was great in Rise of the Planet of the Apes? Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Dawn was great.
That doesn't make any sense. It should be Dawn for the first one, Rise, and then Battle.
But I don't think War. I think when they made Rise, they didn't plan it through.
Yes.
I think that's really what it was. Because you're right. Dawn is such a great movie.
Yeah, that was so good. Remember when we saw the first one?
Yeah.
Another tangent. And Caesar talks for the first time, and I'm like,
no.
Oh my god, I'm surprised.
Every time I watch it with somebody, I have to bring that up. I'm like, this is when Brock screamed in the theater.
Oh!
Yeah, you're like, oh!
Even though I know that the whole point is that they talk and walk.
It did kind of come out of left field, though.
He was like, no. I'm like, yes.
And then the second one, he's just like, let's have conversation.
Yeah, but we'll sign the whole time. Okay.
Well, they can't all talk, that's why.
Yeah, I suppose.
The second one's so good, though. It's such a brilliant movie.
Yeah.
I showed it to my dad, who we all know is a big film critic. And he loved Dawn. Then he watched War, and he goes, nah, it's boring.
Yeah, it's trying a little to be too artsy, but...
Yeah, it almost took itself too seriously.
Woody Harrelson, villain in that.
Fantastic.
And it's just like, I think it would have been nicer if it linked to more. Like, because,
Well, I love the way, spoilers if you haven't seen War of the Planet of the Apes, but I love the way they had, like, they all lost, the humans were losing their voice from that disease.
Yes.
And that kind of...
I like that.
That's the reason why they can't talk. But yeah, it was, see, I think I like it better than Rise.
Mm-hmm.
But then I just saw Rise, and I was like, maybe I don't.
They're fun, you know what I mean? Does Gary Oldman die in Rise?
No, he's in Dawn.
Or Dawn. Does he die in Dawn?
Yeah.
I can't remember now.
He does. He blows up in the...
Oh, right, yeah. Because that would be great. That'd be great to have him in that as well. Because it's like, you know what it is? It doesn't feel like a real battle because you have to meet all these new characters and it doesn't feel like any of the characters.
Yeah, well, that's the one drawback from these ape movies is the humans don't carry over. It's just the apes.
Yeah.
And the apes are great.
Oh, yeah.
But the avalanche at the end is also Star Wars. Now, the avalanche at the end felt a little bit like...
Shit, I need to rewatch that movie now.
I haven't seen this in the theater, but I really liked it.
Yeah, me neither.
I really did enjoy it. But Cad Bane, Beckett... Anyway, Kerry Russell.
Yeah.
Look, if she plays the Knights of Ren, that's cool. But I have a feeling she'll just be like a resistance officer, and that'll be that. That's what I have.
Could she be something, not to replace Carrie Fisher or Princess Leia, like, could she lead us down a story that will explain where Princess Leia is gone?
Actually, can I slice in for a second and ask you a counter question?
Yes.
Do you think Carrie Fisher passes away, let's say, while they're still shooting Last Jedi? But let's say she's finished all of her stuff, minus reshoots, whatever.
Yeah.
Do you think Rian Johnson says maybe we should rework Holdo?
And what do you mean, like
have Holdo survive, and then
come back on the ship because you don't really see the ship explode? Yeah. I would love that.
Or like somehow, like,
I would love that.
I mean, let's get away. Don't argue that it's stupid. Yeah.
No, it's not.
But you know what I mean? Like, do you think there would have been a way that he could have been like, not after?
Look at the Falcon comes out of that cruiser thing through a Rathtar going into hyperspace. She could have survived. I mean, the ship would get there and sit still, but I would love that. Like, that would be great.
I don't think she's like. I think
no, I don't think.
But I think if it was early enough on, maybe he would have because what you just said about Planet of the Apes is it would be nice if we had someone in the Resistance that could go forward after Leia, but we don't really have anyone.
And then she shows up with all the Resistance people that didn't show up when they called for them. All right? Like, imagine that. Or not the people they were trying to get a hold of, like, just some, like, small pocket cell that they've been, like, they need it, and she shows up at the midnight hour, the 13th hour, whatever the saying is. Ooh, I would love that.
JJ, give him a call.
JJ, hit me up on my Insta, slide into my DMs. Hello?
Hey, Jay?
It's Jay.
Hey, JJ?
What does JJ mean? What's it short for?
Jar Jar.
Jar Jar. Oh, you've heard it here first. J.J. Abrams is actually Jar Jar Binks' son.
J.J. Abrams. Let's Google this.
What does JJ mean? Probably like John James.
You know that everybody is commenting below.
I'm like, what? Why is this? This is a show of tangents.
Jeffrey Jacob Abrams.
Like normal. I knew it would be like normal names. Like, I just don't like being Jeff. You know what though? If I were to be a director or like a writer, I would probably go by my initials.
Someone in the guild though, like the Writers Guild, or
maybe there's a Jeff Adams already.
Maybe.
Yeah, good point.
He was like, I have to go by JJ.
We're gonna call him Jeff from now on.
That's why Michael J.
Jeff
Fox.
Jacobs.
That's why Michael J. Fox has the J.
Yeah, because I heard it was because it was originally A, his actual middle initials, so it'd be Michael a Fox, and it's like or A Fox.
Or maybe, but he's also Canadian.
Canadian A. That's what the A means. So many revelations.
Carrie Russell, what do you guys think? Who is she going to play in episode 9, the First Jedi?
That's a great idea, James. Tell us what you think it is, and we will compile the list and talk about it. Maybe we'll have a vote of some sort. Oh, a vote of no confidence.
And we'll send the vote to JJ Jeffrey Jane.
Jeffrey James what was his Abrams name? Is my name.
Jeffrey
Jacob.
Jeffrey Jacob Abrams.
Can you tell we just fly by the seat of our pants in this show?
This one was rough. We both had busy weeks.
No, whatever.
But we're here.
Here we are. Look, rock you like a hurricane.
You had to wake up early and get these.
I had to be an adult super hard this morning and buy 5 plastic toys.
You bought 5? 1, 2, pop. But is that one plastic though? It's flocked.
I got Gus from Saga at Hot Topic.
Wait, what was the 5th one?
Red Hood.
Oh, right, Red Hood. I forgot about that. Where is Red Hood? I don't see Red Hood.
He's under the light.
Oh, he's hidden.
Yeah. He's on the Batman shelf. Duh.
Yeah, I know, but the Batman shelf is hidden by
by our softbox light.
Yeah, so are you gonna get that new Batman with the cape?
Oh, I sent you. So San Diego's out. Jim Lee released a picture of Funko exclusive for the Batman Hush from like it's a, I think it's one of the covers. It's Batman with a cape and he's on like a roof or something. So you see like a gargoyle or whatever. And he released that today. I sent it to James. I'm like, God damn it. If I can get my hands on it, yes. Because it's a GameStop exclusive. So
yeah, we've been, thanks everybody that sent us stuff.
Yeah.
But apparently we're getting them now. So random.
Yeah.
I guess they were like, you know what? There are these 2 guys in Canada who really want to buy them. And we'll make money. So they're finally sending it, which is fantastic. Ow, he shot me.
Yeah, the more I look at it, I do like it.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Anyways, so what's next?
Yeah, let us know what you guys think of Carrie Russell, and we will look at that next week.
Never tell me the odds. What are the odds that Carrie Russell's in Star Wars? 50-50.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to screw that up so many times where I'll say Carrie Russell and they'll say Carrie Fisher or something like that.
100%. Today's odds are brought to us by the Den of Nerds.
I was going to make a comment about him. I can't remember what. Oh, because now his Instagram is Josh the Jedi.
Josh the Jedi. Right.
That's our thing.
Josh.
Hello.
You are no Jedi. Ah!
I don't think you're ready for this Jedi.
Ow.
No.
It's because he didn't like Solo. First odd, the odd of Kylo Ren losing a limb in episode 9.
Ooh.
Are we ever going to get a Skywalker to lose another limb?
I want to say no because it's like, let's just be done with it. Because I'm still pretty gung-ho that the ending is Rey and Kylo basically battling each other to death. And then that somehow creates balance. Like, I just can't see there be I feel like they have to vanquish each other or something like that. But that could change.
I, as you know, watching The Last Jedi, even when I watch it now, the Praetorian Guard scene is my favorite. But when he holds out his hand, I'm just like, oh, take it off. That's what in the theater, I was like, she's going to cut it off. Yeah. Because he is the Skywalker of the saga, so it would be awesome. But you know what? Rey might also be the Skywalker of the saga, because next week we'll be talking about that further. Spoilers.
That's news to me.
No, that's why we're not talking about this week, because I didn't have time to send you this clip. But anyway, I'm going to go 40.
I'm going to go 0%. I just do not want it to happen.
I want it to happen, but I don't think it's going to happen. I want people to lose limbs left, right, and center in Star Wars.
Yeah, for sure.
Except for Wicket.
Yeah.
Except for Wicket.
Because he's so short and he just ducks.
Have you ever seen that video that just came out with, it's Warwick Davis, and he's somewhere, I don't know what he's doing, he's like fishing or something, and this guy's interviewing him. He's like, I got my first acting break. That's my Warwick Davis. when I was 11 or 13 or whatever. He goes, I went to the audition, and they were like, okay, you're going to play an Ewok, go put on the suit. And he goes, so I did it, and I started walking like my dog. And it caught the eye of George Lucas. And next thing you know, I'm Wicket the Ewok. And he goes, I always feel kind of weird, like I lucked into it. Yeah. It's kind of awesome. The next the odds of the Obi-Wan Kenobi movie ever happening.
Oh, God, I don't know. I'm going to say 75% because they were pretty adamant about doing it. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, like, they're just thinking, just keep making movies. Like, who cares? People are going to be unhappy and happy all at the same time.
Yeah, 100% is happening.
I mean, look at James Bond. They keep making those movies, and some are good and some aren't. Like, so.
We should start our next episode with a James Bond song to get us into it.
Yes.
Rebel Scum.
Da, da, da. Wow.
The odds of us losing 10 subscribers based on that. The odds of us ever getting a Sebulba pop.
Oh, wow.
I would love a Sebulba pop.
Why do I feel like I've seen something? But no, I would have sent that to you immediately.
There is a Jar Jar one, but it's like one of the first pops ever, and it's impossible to find.
It's hard to get,
and I'm like, damn it.
I think you can find it on Amazon, but it's like exactly.
It's
ridiculous.
It's not. But that's, just so everyone knows, I'm just going to say this because he doesn't watch the show anyway. Rob paid to get to Star Wars Celebration Orlando by selling pop figures. Yeah. That's what he did. He's like, I have this pop, and someone wants to buy it for $4 billion. I was like, what?
Yep. It's just knowing when to sell, really.
Yeah, and he was like, I don't need these. And then he said he stopped buying them, and today he bought 5. Or no, he bought 4. You bought 5, he bought 4.
Sebulba Pop, though, high. I'm going to go 95% because I feel like Funko has a million ideas ready to go. They're just waiting on it. I mean...
But do you think we'll get Sebulba before a Watto or Ben Quadinaros?
Definitely before Ben Quadinaros. I feel like if they do a Watto, they'll be roughly around the same time. I don't know. I mean, they have a young Anakin and a young Anakin in podcast.
Yeah, you got me that for my birthday.
Racer. So, like, why not keep doing more? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when this comes out, we get an order saying, ooh.
I'm going to go 75%. 75%. Do you have news today?
I do, but I also have a book. Should we do the book first?
Yeah, why not?
I'm going to do it anyway. The official solo guide to story, official guide, written by Pablo Hidalgo. This is what he's doing instead of telling them what to do in movies. But it's a great book. It's, DK Publishing, so it's always a knock out of the park. As a opening introduction by John Kasdan from Lawrence Kasdan fame, and also writer of Han Solo. It just tells about how he, as a kid, got to go see Industrial Light and Magic, and we're like, we get it, John. Your dad's awesome. But it's very cool. Pick it up. It's awesome. I got Amazon for $14 in Canadian, so it's probably even cheaper in the States.
So it's free.
So basically, yeah. But a lot of cool stuff. And I've only read like the first 20 pages, but even just like the thing, and I think the whole reason people want to get, so you get these pages where you're like, all those characters in the background, these are their names. These are the Scrum Rats. And then these are older Scrum Rats.
Rebolt.
And I think on here you see people in the station when they're trying to escape.
Older Scum Rats.
Yeah, so Galaxy Travelers. Yeah, I like it a lot. This is what I think of what I've read is that it shows the Mimbanese, and I don't remember you're ever able to see the Mimbams that they're fighting on Mimbam, the Mimbanese. So that was interesting to me because that's why I always thought that battle scene. It's like, oh, who are they shooting? They're not like, who are they shooting? So, yeah, I hope there's stuff in the Han Solo Blu-ray. Perhaps there will be in Holo News. Boom. Holo News. So, first up, I forget what it was. Yes. Ashley Eccleston, who you may know as Ahsoka. In response to the 10th year anniversary of Clone Wars, she is releasing new items in her clothing line, Her Universe, which is, I think, been around for most of the year. Because I had heard about it before I read the story. But because it's San Diego Comic-Con this week and the anniversary, she has been putting out themed clothing So it's like regular clothes, but like with certain coloring, so it looks like a character. It's based on characters. Like she has her Ahsoka one where it's like a sleeveless vest, and then there's a scarf that's supposed to be like her like Leiku head tail things. So it's out on her clothing line, Her Universe, and I believe a lot of the advertisements is showing the original voice actors in their character garb. So I didn't write them down, but they're outfits inspired by specific characters from the show, like Anakin Skywalker, Padme Amidala, Captain Rex Modo. Like, what? I didn't know Rex had a last name. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Darth Maul, and Ahsoka Tano. Ecclestone explained it wasn't too hard for her team to design it because they're big into cosplay costumes. And they channeled their skills into creating a Clone Wars line that fans could wear to display their love for the show while also remaining comfortable in non-Comic-Con environments. Each look is absolutely perfect. You'll definitely need to add these pieces to your wardrobe. And you can check those out if you're at San Diego Comic-Con. I forget which hall it is, but I'm sure you can look it up. But if you follow her on Instagram, I'm sure Ashley Ecclestone has posted where she's at. Or if you just want to stay home and order online, it's at HeroUniverse.com. Next story, Han Solo Blu-ray has been announced.
Yay!
And my thing has crashed. So it's coming out end of September. So bear with me while I try to remember the story and also open the email.
I'm going to pre-order it probably once we're done here.
I believe it comes out September 14th on digital and 24th on, hard copy. Remember those? Remember Blu-rays? I was thinking about it. I was like, wow. I almost said DVD when I was writing the story down. Yeah. I'm like, that's so archaic. I was absolutely correct. Digital HD and 4K Ultra HD on digital download September 14th, and on hard copy Blu-ray 4K Ultra HD, blah, 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 and on demand September 25th. I was a little off. So yes, pre-order, you can do it now. But here are some of the bonus material depending on where you get it and which copy you buy. Solo, the director and cast roundtable. Sit down with director Ron Howard and the stars of for an intimate and entertaining discussion of the film's making. Team Chewie, see what it takes to bring your favorite Wookiee to life in this lighthearted look behind the scenes. Kasdan on Kasdan. Iconic Star Wars screenwriter Lawrence Kasdan and son Jonathan share what it's like to write the movie script together. Remaking the Millennium Falcon. Track the transformation of the most famous ship in the galaxy from Lando Swank in impeccable pride and joy to hand stripped down hot rod freighter with special modifications. Escape from Corellia. Get behind the wheel for the making of this high-octane chase to the streets of Corellia. The Train Heist. Explore the challenges and thrills of creating this action-packed sequence, including its remote location and spectacular effects. Becoming a Droid. L337. Meet the newest droid and the talented actor who brings her to life. Scoundrels, droids, creatures, and cards. Welcome to Fort Ipso. Take an in-depth tour of the rough and tumble bar where strangers mix and gamblers risk all in the legendary card game Sabak. Into the Maelstrom, the Kessel Run. Join Han and Chewie at the controls of the Millennium Falcon to see how this legendary moment in Star Wars history unfolds. And get the following are deleted scenes. Proxima's Den, Corellian Foot Chase, Han Solo, Imperial Cadet. The Battle of Mimban, extended, so maybe we'll see the Mimban ease there finally. Han versus Chewie, extended. Snowball Fight, Meet Dryden, extended, and Coaxium Double Cross. And then finally, the Millennium Falcon from Page to Park, an exclusive look at the history of the most famous ship in the galaxy, its origins and development, and how it will translate in one of the most anticipated expansions in Disneyland's history. So yeah, that sounds awesome. I'm super psyched for that. So that's coming out. So I'm excited for Han Solo. Also, in slightly related news, this week is the 50th anniversary of Knights of the Old Republic coming out on Xbox, the original Xbox, released from BioWare. This is like, if you're a Star Wars fan, you definitely know about this, even if you didn't play. But it was the first time we met characters that existed like centuries before the original trilogy, and we met people like Bastila Shan, Darth Malak, and Darth Revan, who are huge fan favorites and are often brought up And even today, we're like, make the new show about Knights of the Old Republic. So they could easily do that, and fans would be super happy. But like, it was a great.
No, they won't.
Well, that's true. They'll pretend to be happy, and then they'll get it and complain. But you got to. That was a great storyline. It was a really shocking plot, and it was like one of the first really well developed like game where you got to be like a Jedi and a lightsaber and all that. And you could be good or you could bad. It was a replayable game. And yeah, so that was 15 years ago. And if you're like, now that I brought it up, you're jonesing for it, just go on Microsoft Market or whatever it's called, or Xbox Arcade, and you can download both 1 and 2 for like $9 or something like that. And this has been Hollow News. Hello there.
Oh, that's a good one.
Whew, I talked for a long time.
I know. I took a break. I posted on Instagram.
Yeah, I know.
But you don't know what I posted. Hold on. Everyone check out our Instagram story because it's you with bunny ears.
Oh, you're hilarious.
I wanted to do something stupid and bunny ears showed up.
I blame your wife for you knowing how to use filters.
The first one was a cannon that was shooting at you. And I was like, that's weird. Then there was like a goal for the World Cup.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's passe now.
Yeah, they tried a million different things. It's weird. Top 5.
Anyway, top 5. Today's top 5. I'm going to do my top 5 first.
Yes.
There's a reason for this. So we didn't have a top 5 this week because we had both busy weeks. And Brock was like, let's do top 5 Funko Pops. Star Wars Funko Pops.
And we've done this before, but like so many Star Wars things have come out that it's changed.
Mine hasn't changed.
Oh, okay.
No, it has. But so I'm going to do my top 5. I'm just going to say them, but you have your top 5.
Yeah, so we will visually show you our favorites. They're stage right.
Okay. So number 5, Darth Maul, the Rebels, and the regular one.
Oh, yeah.
Really like that one. Pod Racing Anakin, number 4.
Nice. Yeah.
I like Anakin. Number 3, Kit Fisto.
Yeah, that one's rad, actually.
Yeah, it's awesome. Number 2, shout out to Jason Brothers for hooking us up with this one. The droid landing pod from A New Hope on Tatooine.
Oh, yeah. I always forget about those. Like
that was one where Aaron's like, let's keep that. So it's not on the set because it's on my set. Number 1, Grievous.
Yeah, like it's amazing how a lot of the exclusives are probably like the best ones because they put so much.
Like Cad Bane might make my list next time.
Yeah,
but he wasn't unboxed by the time I made my list. So
yeah, there you go.
All right, do your thing.
Number 5. TIE Fighter pilot from Force Awakens. You gave me this, James, for Christmas. It's one of my favorites because of that, because it was like, oh, you get me. It's just fun. I like the red stripes, which I thought was just glare, but apparently they actually have red stripes on their helmets. Yeah. Number 4, Captain Cody, sent to us from a fan. Jason Brothers. Yeah. And now officially you can get in Canada, no problem. It used to be a Walgreens exclusive. Now it's an exclusive to anything. But it's a like just the paint job is great. And the nice little Obi-Wan.
Can I?
Or no, sorry, that's Palpatine. So Palpatine, he's like, Order 66.
I love the hologram.
That was my imitation of Andrew doing an imitation of things.
He is terrible.
Number 3, because I have to have an X-Wing pilot on there, but now that there's so many more, as you can see here, Porkins! Excellent paint job again. Just colorful. His helmet's really cool, and it's Porkins. Like, come on, you gotta love it. That's
Porkins?
Yeah, that's Porkins.
He doesn't weigh enough.
Oh, of course not, but it's a Funko Pop. Sometimes it just doesn't translate properly. Yeah, I only know it's him because it's like, oh yeah, he has like the beard, kind of. And this is a tough decision. This is a down to the limit. Used to be my number 1. Now it's number 2. Bosk.
That's hard to find, no?
I believe so at this point. Yeah, it's funny how Funko works because like they vault things or whatever. Some don't get mass produced as much. And number 1, one of my newest additions to the collection. Flock Chewbacca.
What?
A lunch, box lunch, the store. They're exclusive it's the solo one, so this is...
That's rad.
What planet is the thing again? Vandor?
Cold.
Anyways, the train one, because he's got the goggles.
Oh, so good.
But did he have a gun in that point? I don't think he had a gun.
I want them
when
cool. They're chained together.
Yeah, that one was really awesome when they're coming out of the pit. I was like, what?
I remember you saw that one for something like, they're chained together.
They're friends. And he's covered in mud. But yeah, if I could get my hands on that, what I would, because I have a shelf of Chewbacca's. It's right behind you. Wow, look at all of them.
That's an Angry Bird Chewie.
Yeah.
That's a Mr. Potato Head Chewie.
Yep. There's a cup in there that Rob gave us.
Yeah, and then there's a topper, your cup topper Chewie. There's Buff Chewie. There's a lot. You don't have the original Chewie, though. I should give you original Chewie. I have original Chewie.
Original Chewie.
He's old. So that's our top 5. Let us know. Do you guys have top 5 Funko Pops? Do you guys collect Funko Pops like Brock, or you do it like me, where every once in a while you just get one?
Yeah. I feel like it's harder to find people that don't have Funko Pops.
I remember there was people that we knew that were like, I don't do those, and now they're like, I have 400,000 of them. They are everywhere. Sometimes I feel like there are too many of them.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, they all look the same, and then every once in a while they throw out this.
You're like, yeah.
And you're like, oh, damn you, Funko. But a lot of them. Like, you say you don't get the movie ones, but a lot of them kind of are starting to feel like I've seen that before.
True. No, I agree.
With the Funkos. It's like, you just painted it differently.
Yeah, and I was thinking about that today. It's like, Funko will just, like, change the color of one, and people are like, oh! Yeah. Like, the Batman ones now are just, like, they just cover it in a chrome, and there's different colors. But then they make it, like, only 1,000 exist. I'm like, you're geniuses, so.
Smart.
Kudos to the Funko people.
This has been our 102nd episode. 2 years is coming up soon.
Wow.
We got to do something special for that.
Oh, we should go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay.
Is that still? Yeah. Still
anyway, you got to get to work.
Yeah.
I got to get to work. Your roommate is still playing NHL.
But he has to get to work too. Yay.
He doesn't work. All he does is play FIFA and NHL.
This has been episode 102. Stop yelling at Daryl. It's been episode 102 of Rebel Scum Podcast, where we'll just continue talking Star Wars till you guys stop listening.
Or whatever the hell we talked about today.
Yeah.
Brock, you were always scum.
Funko Scum?
Oh, wait, we can't end it yet. I just want to say we have a couple new Patrons. Going to email you guys soon. Stay tuned.
Thank you.
Brock, you're scum.
Funko Scum?
Hey, scumbags. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up on our video. As always, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Rebel Scum Podcast, for all the latest videos.